It was supposed to be just another thought-provoking episode of the Joe Rogan Experience, the kind of long-form discussion that dives deep into politics, philosophy, and society. But instead, it turned into one of the most viral and hilarious moments in podcast history. Nobody saw it coming, not the audience, not the internet, and definitely not Gavin Newsom himself. The governor of California, Gavin Newsom, was invited to the podcast to talk policy, politics, and the future of the Golden State. On the surface, it looked like a friendly exchange. To public figures sitting across from each other, sharing ideas. But less than 10 minutes into the episode, everything changed with one simple, devastating question. Joe Rogan leaned in, calm as ever, with his signature skeptical grin. And then he asked, greater than, if California is such a great place to live, why is everyone leaving it? Boom! Game on! That single sentence changed the mood of the entire conversation. It wasn't asked with anger. There was no shouting. But you could feel the tension shift. Joe's tone was laid back, but his question cut deep because it hit at something millions of Americans have been wondering. In that moment, the crowd in the studio leaned forward. Viewers watching the live stream raised their eyebrows. The internet started clipping the moment in real time. Newsom, caught slightly off guard, gave a polished political response. He launched into statistics about California's economy, innovation, its status as a global leader in climate and tech. He tried to spin the exodus as temporary, part of a larger trend related to the pandemic. But Joe wasn't buying it. He nodded politely, let the governor speak, and then followed up with a smirk. I mean, when you've got people making six figures moving to Texas just to afford a backyard, that's not just a trend. That's people saying, I'm done. The first wave of laughter came here. Not loud, not mocking, but real, authentic. The kind of laugh you get when someone says exactly what you've been thinking, but never said out loud. And from that moment forward, the tone was set. Joe wasn't going to play politics. He was going to play truth, and he was going to do it with humor. Rogan's secret weapon, humor and common sense. That's the magic of Joe Rogan. He's not a politician. He's not a journalist. He's a guy who represents what the average person on the street is thinking. And he wraps it in honesty, curiosity, and a little bit of savage wit. And that's exactly what happened next. Newsom started defending California's tax policies. He explained how high earners contribute more, how the money funds healthcare, education, and green energy programs. He talked about equity, opportunity, and the California dream. Joe let him talk, and then fired back with another jab.